Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. I am John Halcyon. This is our daily practice of gratitude and connection. So nice to have this opportunity to connect with you and all those that join in this live experience or the recording. Hello to you. What are you grateful for today? What are you appreciating? What's a big thing, a win, or maybe a little thing that you had begun to take for granted, and just take a moment and go, oh my gosh, I am so grateful for the craftsmanship on these windowsills. We like to start the day with the song that we make up, and we get to celebrate all the space that we take up. And if we got the gratitude that has a spark inside, we get to hear what others say, and it takes us for a ride to Love Morning, to Love Morning today. It takes us to morning, and we hear what we have to say. It is Love Morning. Everybody share what you got. It's Love Morning. Yada da 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 da. Good morning. Oh, what a treat to have this chance to be back in San Diego. I'm grateful that my travel was safe. Good morning, Janet. Good morning and happy holidays to you. It is December 20th, which is probably too late for me to be starting my Christmas shopping, but you know, what you gonna do? I've been distracted. That's what coupons are for. Last minute promises. I have trouble getting excited about Amazon list shopping, but what you gonna do? It's the world we live in. I am grateful that Lisa's folks are visiting right now, so I got to come home to Lisa and to her parents, who are just lovely, wonderful people. So our place is having a Christmas morning today. In a few hours, we're going to have a pre-Christmas Christmas together, which should be just really nice and festive. And yeah, stockings hung by the chimney with care. And I am so incredibly grateful for my time spent in Hawaii, on the Big Island. I was there, I think, 5 nights, and met up with it was this 4 men, all either 53 or 54 years old, all went class of 89 in high school. 3 of us went to the same high school, and the 4th was a law school friend from one of us. And it was just so nice to have so many shared experiences in terms of like the things we grew up with. You know, the pressures we had as kids, the decisions we made, or the things that we were pressured to do and didn't do, and just kind of looking back at choices and our lives. It was really rejuvenating. Yeah. Good morning, Chris. I am grateful that Chris is going to return to our Love Ambassador weekend in January. The Radical Hope weekend. I'm super stoked that Chris is going to come back. He was one of our pioneering alpha class first people, and as was Gerbot, as was Jen. Who else is returning? Anyway, we got a rad class, rad people. It is really helping me to have things to look forward to, knowing that the year is going to start with that. So grateful for that, and so grateful that you're making the efforts to come. I know it's not easy to figure out travel and all that stuff, so thank you. And looking forward to seeing you. Juan is going to be there too. Good morning, Juan. Yeah. We're going to have this is going to be we got to do a live Love Morning, right? I think we should. Or, because we're all going to be together, or a lot of people will. That'll be fun. Anybody who got any gratitude they'd like to share today? I'm feeling a little slower. I'd weaned off coffee, and then I had some during my trip. Had a couple caffeine-rich days. I am drinking a little coffee right now. But I'm kind of wishing I had like 5 more cups in me. Woo! Chris is grateful to be going, and also grateful to witness the seasons change before my eyes as a new blanket of snow appeared overnight. That is something I have very little experience with, except on ski trips occasionally as I was growing up. But you would not be able to tell it was Christmas time in San Diego. It's sunny and blue skies and dappled green everywhere. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else want to share a little gratitude? I'm grateful for all the family time that is available during the holidays to me. I'm grateful that we are going to Torrey Pines today, which is a local park, the cliffs over the ocean, a unique environmental biosphere, or biosphere is the wrong word, isn't it? Is it biosphere? A natural environment. And my dad is a docent there, and he has been since he retired as a judge. And so he gives tours of the flora and fauna and the geography of Torrey Pines. And so he is going to give a tour to Lisa's family and myself this afternoon. And then we're having dinner together. Good morning, Peter. Peter says, I couldn't be more grateful to be awake and in time for Hug Nation, nor nothing can make him happier than a framed portrait of Caleb. So it's a tie between those two things as the most happy making things. Well, it's good to see you, Peter. Grateful that you're here. Janet is grateful to wrap up my 2024 projects today and switch gears to hosting our gang next week for Christmas. The Sweets party, right? I feel the world is made more delightful from your parties, and I've only seen invites and seen you describe them, so I can't imagine how awesome they must be. Peter says he likes the new studio. Thank you. Welcome to the new home. Good morning, Hope. Peter's also grateful for the internet. Me too. Peter says a girlfriend went to Torrey Pines. Wants is grateful to spend time with my boy, even though he is sick today. I hope he feels better. But that is awesome that you can be there. Yeah, I don't think P-Turd is a great nickname, but I'm glad that you have that as an experience in their past and is no longer part of it. Hope says, I am grateful for talented friends who value my coaching in exchange for their services. My dog got groomed yesterday, and it was a super loving exchange without money. That is nice when that can happen. Yeah, I think exchanges of energy with friends can sometimes be tricky. So glad that that worked out nicely, and your dog is smelling like a peach. That's funny, Peter, that you picked the name after not liking it. I think you should chalk that up to growth and maturity. I figured that, Peter, that she went to Torrey Pines High. Of course, I grew up in San Diego, so I was familiar with Torrey Pines High. Like when I say uni, I know I mean University High School. Or if I say UC, I mean University City High School, which is where I went. I went to UC. And we occasionally played Torrey Pines in sports. Anyone else want to share any more gratitude today before we head out into our days? Speaking of days, but spelled differently, I'm still kind of in a little bit of a daze from my Hawaiian trip. My last activity there, I guess my last activity was the boys all did a gratitude circle. I invited them to do, we sat on the balcony with the loud roar of the ocean yesterday morning, and each shared gratitude about our old friendships, our new friendships, the trip itself. It was really special. I went first, so I kind of established the depth and the length of sharing, and I cried with appreciation for my friends Scott and Scott, who I've known since junior high, and both have made significant impacts into who I am as a person, and got to just share my gratitude for them. So I'm grateful for them, as well as grateful for the opportunity to tell them and have a bonding connection before to kind of really put an exclamation point on our trip. And I'm grateful that then the night before that, we got to see the manta rays feeding, 2 inches from our face as they did these loops and these huge mouths. It was something incredible. I got to look online and see if there's videos, because they offered us, we could rent a GoPro and film it. And I figured if they do that, there's got to be just similar footage available online. So if I wanted it, so I'm gonna go look for that so I can explain to people what I saw. Anyone else? Any last gratitudes? One thing that Scott said in his gratitude share was he was grateful that his body was able to participate in the weekend like he was. We did hikes, we did, there was swimming, snorkeling, and all of the things, a lot of things we did required a functioning body and were made even more fun by well-functioning. Like the first hike we did was, I kind of mental note, I said, if you don't get in better shape, you can't do this again. Like it's dangerous. You're asking your body to do things that it is on the edge of failing. And if it failed, you would hurt yourself badly. So, grateful for my body in the state that it's in, and grateful for the opportunity to get healthier. Gavin says, I got a waterproof case and filmed it with my phone. The manta rays, that is. Oh, cool. Did you upload it? I'm wondering if I'll do a little YouTube search for manta ray footage. It was spectacular, wasn't it? It was so, they're big animals, and they're like inches from your face. Anyone else want to share a little gratitude? Oh, awesome, Gavin. That would be great. Well, wherever you are, let's give ourselves a big old hug. Appreciate these bodies. Appreciate all of the comforts we have. Appreciate the people in our lives. Appreciate our healing bodies, health, all the love in our lives, the energy flowing within us, the food available to us, and one another, and these connections, the ability to be connected to interesting, beautiful human beings all around the world. So let's take a deep breath in and squeeze one another. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and everybody here, thanks for being here for this Love Ambassador morning. I love you. Enjoy your day. Chris said he had a manta ray experience too. It's so benevolent. They're huge creatures and it's so magical. Yeah. Oh, a year there in 2021. That was so cool. Yeah, I've been visiting the Big Island pretty regularly because of my friend Scott lives there, and I stay with him. Although this time I stayed with him most of the time, and then I spent a couple nights at a really fancy condo. But I like the Hilo side of the island much better. It's much more country, less developed. Peter says gratitude for our rivals. Yeehaw! I've been watching Friday Night Lights, the show about high school football, so I'm in the zone of healthy rivalry. Woo! All right, I love you. Enjoy your days.